Go in my.
I really wish this was interactive. I want to be able to see you guys.
It doesn't go until 1, right?
No, it's on right now. We're live.
Hello.
I'm starting at 1, but we are live. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Will says hi. Okay, I am going to.
Hello. If anyone's there.
In case anyone's wondering, these are real children that are helping me, and I am their real mother. And they might get a real smackdown if they don't cooperate. Okay, I am posting a link to my Spotify account. If anybody would like to use one of the playlists that I have for family yoga, I'm not going to stream music because of streaming rights. I don't want to break the law. Don't want to get sued by like Milli Vanilli or somebody. So I posted a link in the live chat to my Spotify. I have a few different family yoga playlists on there. You can choose one of those if you want, or just play any of your own music. I also am going to post a link to this little Pinterest thing that I found. That's Ziggy. He's participating also. There is a link to this Pinterest page that I found with partner yoga poses. So there's going to be a section of class where we just get to play around a little bit, and I will demonstrate some partner poses. But if you want to deviate from what I'm going through, then you can click on that Pinterest link, and that'll take you to a super helpful little page. This cat is very distracting. Page that you can look at for partner poses. It is chaos. All right. So say hello, everyone. This is our living room. Those are our yoga mats. You don't need a yoga mat. It is not. This is our studio. A yoga mat is not required. You can just use your carpet or whatever. It just
Excuse me.
helps if it's.
Excuse me, I'm gonna slide.
This is going to be interesting. Okay. We have a couple minutes till we start, so I'm just going to get some things organized, make sure that you can see us. If anybody is on here.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Stop. If anybody is on here already.
Yes.
Olive, will you come here? If anybody's on here already and can just let me know if you can hear me all right from when I'm standing back here. The live chat feature should be on. Could someone just write a little chat and just say, hi, we can hear you, or hi, we cannot hear you.
Or blah, blah, blah.
Anything. No. Can you guys hear me? Okay, not you, goofball. When I stand back there, can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on a second, Ollie. I see people viewing. Yes, we can hear you on YouTube. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. The live chat feature must not be working. So thank you for that text. Thank you, Sophia. All right.
We're gonna end this.
Thank goodness for friends who have my phone number who can text me and tell me that it's working okay.
Okay, there's my balance.
All righty. 1 o'clock. Let's give everybody just a second more to jump on. And in the meantime, we'll dance. We don't have any music playing here, which is a bummer because I don't want it to show up on the video. So I'm going to have to live vicariously through all of the music that you are playing at home. If you are using one of my Spotify lists, you will notice if you scroll down towards the bottom of each play. What? Okay, that's fine. you'll notice at the bottom of the playlist, there is a blank track. And that is kind of where the music separates between like fun, active yoga music and then quieter, more chill music that we'll use for yin, the yin section. That's just kind of the stretching at the end. And then, so you can hop down I'll tell you at that time to go to like the quieter music. And then when we go into Shavasana, which is this at the end, I'm going to play my crystal bowls to do a little chakra balancing. So you can turn your music off at that point and I will let you know. Okay. You guys, should we get started?
No.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
No? My kids are super excited about this. All right. Let's go. Come on, Ollie.
What? I didn't do anything.
Okay, please. All right. Ollie, are you going to come on this mat next to me? Right here?
That was your
All right, here we go, you guys. This is real life right now. In case anyone was wondering, if you don't know me, if you're a stranger, I have 3 children, and this is life that all of us are experiencing right now. So, yeah, that was her. Can you go on the other one, please? Thank you. No, that was hers. Okay. First, I just want to give a quick shout out to all of the unintentional homeschool parents out there. If this is the only thing that you do today, congratulations. You're doing an amazing job. Okay, you can go ahead. If you are not even doing this today, congratulations. You're doing an amazing job. If you are watching movies all day, good job. You're doing an amazing job. So, okay, let's start with just a little bit of seated meditation. So come to a comfortable seat. It can be crisscross applesauce, cross-legged. Sometimes for dads, cross-legged is not comfortable, so do whatever feels good to you. We're just going to close our eyes.
Baba, I want to go yoga.
Okay, you don't have to do yoga.
I go or not.
So drawing your attention inward to your breath. Just finding some stillness in your body. Good. Start to pay attention to what you feel in your body. Hey, Ollie, if you're not going to do yoga, then you need to be quiet, okay? Thank you. Okay, so paying attention to what you feel in your body. Notice how your head feels, starting at the top of your head. How does your nose feel? Your ears, your mouth, your chin, your neck, your chest, your arms. How does your belly feel? Notice all the parts of your body that are touching the floor. How does that feel? How does it feel to have the earth come up to support you? Good. You can blink your eyes open. Take one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly. We're just going to do a little bit of belly breathing. So as you inhale, down here in your belly first. And then as your belly starts to fill, let it fill up your chest. And then as you exhale, try to see if you can exhale out of your chest and then your belly. Okay, so inhale, fill up your belly, then your chest, and then exhale out of your chest and then your belly. Good. So just a couple more times. Notice the rise and fall of your hands as you inhale and exhale. Good. Good. Okay. We're going to separate our feet and draw the soles of our feet together for a butterfly. So you can take your butterfly wings, let them flap open. Good. So just see how your body feels. Just do a little wiggle. See if you can get any of your wiggles out. Maybe as you're flapping your butterfly wings, just wiggle around. Yeah. Good. Okay, now sit up tall. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, we're going to twist over to the right side. So twisting your spine, you can bring your right hand behind you, your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Just twisting, wringing out the spine. Good, then inhale, unwind, reach up. Exhale, twist the other way. Good, let's try that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Apparently, I only have one assistant today. Thank you, Will. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist the other way. Good. Unwind, come back to the center. Inhale, reach up. This time, we're going to do a side bend. So sway your arms over to the right side. You can bring your right hand down, left arm reaching over your head, just opening up your left side there. And parents, the right and left aren't really that big of a deal as we go through this class. Just make sure that when we do one side that they're switching to the other side the second time that we do it. So it doesn't matter which side is first. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Good. So yoga is all about connecting our movement with our breath and being intentional about how we breathe. So we're going to start to do that with these side bends. Inhale, reach up, sit up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, one more time on each side. Inhale through center. Exhale, other side. Good. One last inhale. Reach up and then exhale, fold forward. Good. You can release the lower back. Let everything go there. Ooh, good. All right, we're going to cross our ankles and come to a tabletop position, hands and knees. So rolling over your ankles, come to a tabletop, hands and knees, and you want to make sure that your shoulders are stacked right over your wrists, your hips are stacked right over your knees there. Good, and then we're going to do a few cat-cow. I'm going to stay to the side here. So for cow, drop your belly low to the ground. You're going to pull your shoulders back and shine your heart forward. Look up. That's your inhale. As you exhale, you're going to find cat pose. So do the exact opposite. Arch your back like an angry cat. Hiss. Drop the crown of your head down. Good. So going back and forth between those two, you can maybe even make some noises. Maybe it's moo. Hiss. Moo. Hiss. Do it again. Moo. Hiss. Good. Okay. From there, we're going to try to do a lion's breath. So sit back on your heels and then see if you can turn your hands around so that your fingers are pointing towards your body. And you can rock back, see what's comfortable. You don't want to strain anything too far, but just a nice little stretch of your forearms. We don't get to stretch that part very much. Okay, so for lion's breath, we're going to take a deep inhale. And then when you exhale, when you let it out, you're going to open your mouth as wide as you can and stick out your tongue as far as you can. And you're going to roar like a lion. Ready? So everybody take a deep inhale. Exhale. You might cough. Let's try it again. Oh my God. I cannot do that. This is amazing. Okay. Apparently something in my throat chakra. Okay, let's try that again. Will, can you show? Because I cannot do it. Ready? Okay, I really can't do that. Oh my God, I'm so glad this is live. Okay, hopefully the rest of you are not choking after doing that. Okay, lion's breath done. Come back to hands and knees. So back to your tabletop position. We're going to practice a little spine here. as soon as I learn how to talk again. All right. Take one hand. Let's start with our right hand, but it doesn't really matter. One hand, reach it forward. Then take the opposite leg and reach it back. So if you have your right hand forward, you want your left leg back. See if you can really firm up your belly here. Does everybody else feel like this is going to hell in a handbasket? Oh gosh, I shouldn't have said that. Kids yoga. Delete, bleep. Can you also tell that I usually teach bells? All right, so spinal balance, right arm forward, left leg back. See if you can keep your belly really tight and tucked in here. You're gonna pull your belly button up towards your spine, really strong. Good, now place your hand and knee down. You can wiggle your hips. Maybe do a cat-cow, see how that feels. Okay, let's try that on the other side. So if you reached your right hand forward before, take your left arm forward. So other arm. So take your left arm forward and then your right leg back this time. Yep, there you go. So switch sides. Find that balance on the other side. Good. Few breaths there. Couple more breaths. Good. Lower your hand and knee down to the ground. We're going to shift back to child's pose. So you might keep your knees together and shift back to sink your hips to your heels, reach your arms out, or you might take your knees out as wide as your mat. Let your big toes touch behind you. So big toes still kiss, and then sink your hips back. Arms reaching out. Just take a few breaths there. In your child's pose. Stay down in your child's pose. Good. Smoothing out your breath. Letting your heart rate come down if it's gotten up from coughing or choking, as in my case. So this is always a good place to land in child's pose. If you need to take a break, you need to just catch your breath. One of the things about kids yoga that I find is sometimes it's not super challenging for the parents, and what I want to try to do for family yoga is make it so that it's actually a workout for the kids and for you guys. So you may sweat a little bit during this. Hopefully you do. All right. So from here, come back up to your hands and knees. We're going to find our way to downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under and lift up your hips, straightening your legs. It's an inverted V shape. So really spreading your fingers wide, pressing the mat away with your hands. You're going to find length down your spine, length down your hamstrings. Good. From here, shift forward to the top of a push-up. So this is plank pose. Really strong top of a push-up. And as you exhale, you can lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, press the mat away, find a back bend. So how far you go in the back bend just really depends on your own body. And there's no competition. Doesn't matter how far anybody else goes. So you might straighten your arms halfway. You might straighten them all the way. If you're an experienced yogi, if you've done this a lot, you might press the tops of your feet into the floor, pulling your knees and thighs away from the mat. Good. Then as you exhale, roll over your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths there. I might just turn my mat sideways. That might be easier. Good job, Lily. Good demonstrating. Good. All right. Good. So from downward facing dog, start to walk your feet forward to the top of your mat until you're in a forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows, maybe rock side to side. Trying to work towards straight legs. Good. Release your hands down and start to roll all the way up to standing. Good. So from standing, I don't know what to do with my mat. I'm so glad this is the first video. Thank you guys for working with me as I figure all this out. Okay, so come to standing at the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. We're just going to close our eyes for a second and ground into the earth. Coming back to our breath. Feel the earth as it supports your feet. Good. You can open your eyes. Take your hands down alongside you. This is mountain pose. Super strong posture here. Really strong, tall mountains we are, right? Okay, from here, we're going to start to flow through our sun salutation A. So as you inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend at the waist, drawing your hands down through the center line of your body. Come to a forward fold. As you inhale, step your feet back to the top of a push-up. And then exhale, lower down, bottom of a push-up or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So take about 3 breaths in your downward facing dog, that inverted V shape. Good. Start to look forward and lift your heels up, and then walk or maybe lightly hop your feet to the top of your mat until you're in a forward fold. So if you're hopping your feet to the top of your mat, your goal is to hop as quietly as you can. Hey babe, will you look at the comments and see? Good. From here, stand all the way up, reach your arms tall. Exhale, draw your hands down through heart center, back to mountain pose. Good, so a couple breaths in mountain pose. We're gonna do 2 more sun salutations just like that. So take a deep inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bend at the waist, dive forward. Inhale, top of a push-up, plank pose. Exhale, bottom of a push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You see anything on there that I need to respond to? Okay, good. All right, big inhale, lift up your heels, look forward. Exhale, hop or walk to the top of your mat. Good job. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands down through heart center, find mountain pose. Good, so reconnect with your breath. Maybe you're getting a little sweaty like me. This is all just a warm-up. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend at the waist, dive down. Inhale, find the top of a push-up. Exhale, lower down, bottom of a push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths in your downward dog. And then inhale, lift up your heels, look forward, hop or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach up. Exhale, mountain pose. Good. Sometimes in the middle of yoga, I just like to make a noise. So why doesn't everybody get a little wiggle in their body and then take a deep breath in? Obviously, lion's breath did not work for me, and I'm at risk of choking again, but let's just try it. My 9-year-old son is horrified by me right now. He's looking at me like, you're insane. Why are we doing this? So we're going to get even crazier. Okay, so.
Wait, what? No.
All right. So from here, from your mountain pose, start to bend both knees a lot. Reach your arms up. Good. So you can keep your hands at heart center, or you can reach them up. Chair pose is just like it sounds. It's like you're sitting in an imaginary chair. And imagine that you're back in preschool again. Or if you are in preschool, you're welcome. You're already close to the ground. So for the adults in the room, try to see if you can sink your weight into your heels. You might even be able to float your toes, wiggling your toes up. Good. Good. Okay, straighten your legs. We're gonna fold forward. I want everyone to step back to the top of a push-up. So come to the top of a push-up and then Draw your right knee into your chest. Good, now step it back. Draw your left knee into your chest. You might see where I'm going with this. Now faster, right knee in, left knee in. Maybe this looks a little bit something like a mountain climber as we speed up. Mountain climbers, get after it. I told you were gonna sweat a little bit. Good, so try to keep your body flat. Drawing one knee and then the other into your chest. Keep it going. 3 more on each side. 2, 1, good. Drop your knees down, child's pose. Woo. Oh my goodness, all right. So child's pose, let your breath come down, smooth out. Stay in your child's pose for a couple more breaths. Smooth out your breath, let your heart rate come down. So the practice of yoga is our ability to always come back to stillness, come back to our breath. So when things get a little crazy or forever nervous about stuff, if you're trying something new for the first time and it's making you nervous, you can always come back to your breath. You can always find your stillness. Good. All right. From here, let's do some warriors. So we're going to start by coming back to downward facing dog. Good. And then take your right foot, your right toes, and float them up behind you for 3-legged dog. And you're going to draw your knee into your chest again. So that floating leg is going to come into your chest, and you're going to step your right foot in between your hands. Good. So seal down your back heel to the mat. Reach your arms up for warrior 1. So it's a deep lunge into your right leg. Your back leg is as straight as you can get it with your heel down on the ground. You're going to try to pull your left hip forward. So it's like if your hip bones, these 2 bones right here that you can feel, if they had headlights on them, they'd both be pointing straight out in front of you. Good. So reaching your arms up. Always trying to find stillness in every shape. Even when we're flowing, there's always a point of each shape where you find just a touch of stillness, just a touch of stopping. Good. From here, we're going to open our arms out. Warrior 2, warrior letter B. So reaching your arms in opposite directions. You can gaze out across your right fingertips. Still lunging really deeply into your right knee. Coming back to your breath. Sometimes in this shape, we have a tendency to lean forward. So try to see if you can keep your spine vertical. I've lost my assistance.
Bathroom break.
Good. Okay, so keep your warrior 2 up. Now keep that deep bend in your knee. Reach your right arm over your head towards the back of the room for exalted warrior or reverse warrior. Are you helping me or not? Are you going to do it with me? You're either going to do yoga with me or you're going to stop being a distraction, please. Are you going to do yoga with me or are you going to stop being a distraction? Okay, thank you. Parenting in the midst of live streaming. Good. Okay, so from your reverse warrior, come back to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, and then we're going to reach down for a triangle pose. So take your right hand, your front arm, reach forward, and then down. And where you land really depends on your body. So your hand might land on your shin, might land on your foot. Wherever it is, try to tuck your right hip under and your left hip back. Hello. So right hand to right foot. So switch your hands. Now reach the other one up. There you go. Good job. Good. And now bring your left hand down to the ground. You're going to surround your front foot and lunge into your right knee. So you're lunging into your right leg. Plant your left hand on the mat. Right arm sweeps up for a dragonfly twist. So your weight is in your left hand, but try to avoid shrinking down it towards your shoulder. Try to press the mat away. Create some distance between your ear and your shoulder.
Okay.
Good. From there, Right hand down, find your way back to downward facing dog. Good, so parents, this is where it matters, right or left. Doesn't matter if they did right or left before, just try to help them do the opposite leg of what they did before. So from here, we're gonna float our left toes up to the ceiling. So other leg, yep, there we go. Good, and then draw it into your chest. Place your foot on the mat. There you go. So lunging into your left leg now, seal your right heel, your right foot down to the ground. Reach up, warrior one. So again, try to pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Shine your headlights to the front of the room. Good. Breathe. Good, and then open up warrior two, warrior letter B. Again, noticing if you're leaning forward, try to draw your spine vertical if you can. Good, come back to your breath. Good. Gonna reverse our warrior. So keep that deep bend in your left knee. Left arm reaches over your head towards the back of the room. And then coming back through warrior two, straighten your front leg, reach forward, and then down for triangle trikonasana. So you can play with your gaze here to make it harder for yourself. If you're an older kid or an adult and you want to try taking your gaze up to the ceiling, see if that affects your balance at all. Always trying to challenge ourselves in every posture. And if you wiggle and you fall over, you're doing it exactly right. Good, so surround your front foot, lunging into your left leg. Right hand comes down, left arm sweeps up, dragonfly twist on the other side. So right hand down, arm up, good. And actually, Will is showing an excellent modification. You can lower your back knee down to the ground if you need to, if it's too much to have it lifted. Good, lower your left hand down, step your foot back, lower your knees to the ground, come to hands and knees, and then keeping your knees together, come back to sit on your heels. So this is hero's pose. So, yep, just sitting on your shins on the ground. Place your hands on your thighs and just close your eyes for a second. Again, coming back to your breath.
Okay.
Good. Okay. All right, everybody, let's stand up. I want to do another wiggle, shake. Let's do some star jumps. Does anybody know what a star jump is? You guys can't answer me, so it's kind of weird that I'm asking that question. Sam, show us star pose, please. He's going to get off the couch and out of his blanket to help now. Okay, what's star pose? Yeah, star pose. So then what do you think a star jump is? Yes. Okay. Moms, if you've had 3 kids or any kids, careful with this one. All right. Okay, star jumps done. Will you please stay here and help us with this one? Okay. So we're going to do a series of standing postures. Okay. We're going to do a series of standing postures now. So depending on how many people are in the room with you, I would like you guys to do it holding hands. So you can make a circle or just hold hands with the person next to you. You can make a line. So we're going to start like this. You guys want to do a circle? Okay. So in your circle, let go of your hands because you might need them for a second. You're going to find tree pose. So tree pose is where you're standing on one leg and then the other one lands somewhere, the sole of your foot lands somewhere on your leg. I want you to be able to see this. Somewhere on your leg. So that your knee is pointing out to the side. It could be that your toe is on the ground and your heel is on your ankle, maybe somewhere on your calf, or maybe, hold on a second, maybe you're able to lift up onto your inner thigh. Just make sure that your foot is not landing on your knee. That's the most unstable part of your leg and you don't want to put pressure there. So above or below the knee, we're going to find our tree pose. And then once you're in your tree pose, hold hands. Good. So try to see how long you can balance here in your tree. Notice that you might be holding your neighbor up. Notice that you might be pulling your neighbor down. Do your best to be a good neighbor. Let's all be good neighbors. Good. Okay, so from your tree pose, your top leg, the one that is not standing, start to kick it behind you and lean your body forward. Maybe your heads all come together like you love each other and you want to kiss. We're moving into warrior 3, airplane pose. With your legs floating behind you. Good. Okay, keep that same leg floating and then start to stand up and draw that knee into your chest for a one-legged mountain. See if you can raise your hands up. And then if you have your knee in your chest, see if maybe you can extend the leg straight out in front of you. One leg in front of you. Thank you for pointing it out. In front of you. So reach your toes to the middle of the circle, Lily. Into the middle of the circle. There you go. Oh my gosh. Okay, let go. Throw your children to the ground. Throw them to the ground. I'm just kidding. Don't throw them to the ground. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So again, paying attention to which leg we've already done. Come back into the circle. So last time I was standing on my left leg. Whichever leg feels tired right now, that's the leg that you were standing on last time. So switch it up. Your non-tired leg is now your standing leg. Find your tree pose. So find your tree pose first. And then find your buddy's hands. Good. If you don't have a buddy, perfect. It's a great way to practice balancing on your own. Maybe some of your trees are intentionally falling. That happens. Good. Okay, start to kick your leg back behind you. Find warrior 3, airplane pose. Balancing on one leg. Still balancing on one leg. Good. Okay, start to stand up. Draw that knee into your chest. So turn so that they can see. Draw that same knee up into your chest. So the leg that was floating behind you, draw that knee into your chest. Arms up. Arms up. Good, and then maybe extend your legs straight. Good. One-legged mountain, a few more breaths. Come back. If you've fallen out, come back in and try it again. Come back up. Oh. Okay, ready? And let it go. All right, whole body wiggle. Whole body wiggle. Whole body wiggle. All right. Okay, so now we're going to do some partner group things. I'm going to give you guys some ideas. This is a time to play. When I asked you to, can't see me. When I asked you to think of your favorite yoga pose, here's the link to that Pinterest thing that I was talking about. You can turn almost any yoga pose into a partner pose. So just try it, play around with it. If you guys have a favorite yoga pose, try doing it together in some way. So I'm going to give you some examples of that. Yeah, Sam, will you move over to the side, please, so that they can see? Okay. All right. So this is, now these are all suggestions that you guys can try. If you want to do your own thing right now, feel free to go ahead and play. So we're going to do double boat. So sit down facing each other, and then you want to scoot your bums in pretty close to your feet. And you're going to have to adjust depending on your leg length, height of the child person. And then grab each other's hands, hold on to them really tight, and then take the soles of one leg, one foot, and start to straighten them. And then you're going to start to do that. As you try to take the other leg off the ground, you're going to hold on really tight to each other, and you're going to lean back. Okay, ready? You got to do the other one. You got to pull your knee inside of your arm. So pull your knee inside. There you go. There you go. Oh, man. And again, how straight you get your legs is going to depend on the leg differential between your leg lengths. But just try it, and if you fall out, oh, you fall out. No big deal, and that's kind of the fun part. Okay, so now you guys can keep playing with that one if you want to. No, let's do it this way so they can see. So now we're going to do airplane. Probably most of you parents have already done this one. This is an oldie but a goodie. So we're gonna do airplane. Parents lie on your back, and then you're gonna put the soles of your feet like on their hips. So you don't wanna be on their bellies, and then you don't wanna be on their legs, just kind of in the middle. So try to find their hip bones with the soles of your feet. And then kids, keep your arms straight. So lock your arms, keep them straight. And then as you hold on, you kick up into airplane. Woo! Good. Coming back in for a landing. Good. Okay. So you guys, again, you can keep playing with that one. If you have multiple kids, maybe you need to do a few rounds. We're just going to keep giving you examples of things that you can try. Maybe you can come back again and watch this later and try some of the different ones. So if you want to try something new, this is like a variation on airplane. It's I call it reverse airplane. So you want to give this one a try. It's a little bit harder, and you have to if your kids are too big, this one might not be as doable.
Or if they're too small.
Or if they're too small, it can be hard too. So Will's 7. He's about the perfect age for this one. So he's going to turn around and face away from me. Might I also suggest only doing this with potty-trained children or children who are thoroughly diapered, because you're in a little bit of a vulnerable position here. Good. Okay. So I'm going to take my feet and start to walk them down his back. So my toes are right about at his waistband, and Will's going to lay back onto my feet. And then I'm going to grab his ankles. So once you're up here, you want to make sure that your feet are really supporting their whole back. So be really careful with this one. And then, okay. So then you can tick-tock back and forth. You can tap, tap. Those are the sounds of enjoyment. Okay, and then when you come back into the landing, Will, pay attention. Put your feet on the ground and start to stand up. Stand up. Stand up. There you go. Okay. Whew, that one might take a little bit of practice. It took us a while to figure that one out. Okay. Other things that we can try. Do you want to try a double dancer? So, come here, Wills. Yeah, come here. Here's an example of just taking a normal yoga pose, your favorite yoga pose, and making it into a partner pose. So dancer's pose, stand right here. So dancer's pose is when you bend one leg, kick it behind you, and take that same hand. So if you're bending your right leg, take your right hand, see if you can catch your foot. And then see if you can hold hands with the other person. Now in dancer's pose, you can start to kick into your hand and make it a back bend. See if you can do that together. So paying attention to your buddy, see where they are and trying to match wherever they are, leaning in towards each other. Yeah, you're doing awesome. Good job. Okay, so you can do that really with any pose. So you can do that with tree pose. So tree pose is a good example for that one. We already did tree, but take your outside leg. Switch legs, the other one. There you go. And find your tree, and then hold on to each other, maybe behind your backs, or maybe you can kind of do something like this, sort of some variation of the partnering pose. So play around for a second on those if you would like, and then we're gonna finish up with some yin postures. So some relaxing postures to finish things out. We're going to start to wind down a little bit here. So now that we have all of our wiggles out, okay, come on up. We're going to get our mat situated again so that we can do a little bit of stretching. So the secret is that all of yoga up until this point in this class was just trying to get our bodies warm, get our muscles loose, so that when we go into the end portion of the class, we can really take those warm muscles and stretch them out and really relax into the stretches at the end. So if you're using one of my playlists, go past the I think it's called the empty track or whatever it's called. There's a track that has no music on it. And then below that is like relaxing, chill out music. Switch to that now. And we're just going to come back to our mats. Come on, Liz. You might need to stagger a little bit. We're just going to find a wide-legged fold. Good. So maybe I need to go in front or behind, wherever you are. And then just start to lean over to one side. So you can take your arm overhead and lean to the side if you want, or you might turn your body so that your chest is coming down towards your thigh. Again, there's never a competition in yoga. Your body can do what your body can do. And so it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Just pay attention to how it feels in your own body. Good job, Ed. And start to walk your hands through center. Find your way to the other side. I really appreciate you guys all being here, and I would love your feedback as I do more of these classes. I would love to hear what you liked or what you thought could be better. I'm doing this for you, so if there's things that you would love to tell me, I'm definitely open to feedback on giving you guys what you want, what you need. We're all in this together right now, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so start to walk your hands to the middle. Find your fold in the center. Yep. So just a few more breaths there. And start to sit up. Uh-oh, I lost my last buddy. Where'd my buddy go?
Maybe for a little bit.
No, we're almost done. Will you come finish with me?
Maybe.
Okay, so draw your legs together, straight legs out in front of you. And just walk your hands forward. We're gonna find a straight-legged fold crocodile here. Last man standing. I'm wondering if you guys are all in the same position. Am I just teaching to a bunch of adults now? Very well, could be. Give me a thumbs up if that's the case.
No, it isn't.
Oh, I got one back.
Sam, come and join us.
You want to finish it out with us? Good. Okay, so start to sit up and then roll down onto your back. You're going to draw your knees into your chest. So give yourself a squeeze. You can rock a little bit side to side.
I'll move.
And then bring your arms out to a T. Let your knees drop over to the right side. So both knees fall to one side. It's a gentle supine twist, a spinal twist.
This feels good.
This does feel good. And then we're going to switch sides. Bring your knees up through center. Drop them over to the other side. Few breaths there. Good. Bring your knees back into the center. Then reach up. We're going to find happy baby. So you're going to put the soles of your feet like you're standing on the ceiling. So your knees are bent, but the soles of your feet are, it's like you're stamping them on the top of the ceiling. Then reach up with your hands to grab the outside edges of your feet. Just rock side to side, pulling your knees in towards your armpits.
Baby.
Just gently rocking like a happy baby.
Like it's a baby's birthday.
Exactly, like it's a baby's birthday. Good. Okay, and release your feet. We're going to find our way to our final pose, Shavasana. So coming all the way down onto your back. Let your arms flop down alongside your body. Let your feet fall open. Head is down. While you guys are getting into that position, I'm going to get us set up to play some sound bowls. So you can go ahead and turn your music off if you don't want to listen to both at the same time. So Willie, lie down, show them Shavasana. There you go. So you're going to close your eyes and just pretend like you're going to take a little nap. Yeah, good job, bud. All right. So if you can, just relax. Find stillness, find calm. Cease all drumming noises. Good. Okay. All right, everyone, take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it out. Just relax. Start to gently move your bodies. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe take a long stretch. And then start to come up to sitting. Just how we started. Nice cross-legged, comfy little sit. Bring your hands to heart center. take a moment to find some gratitude. So gratitude is something that you're thankful for, something that makes you really happy. So think about that for just a second. Maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your teachers, recognizing them for how much work they do every single day that we didn't even realize. Good. Everyone sit up tall. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bow forward, sealing your practice. Inhale, come back up. Namaste. Yay. Okay. Well, first live stream yoga class in the books. Again, open to feedback, but it was so fun doing this for you guys. And I want to just say, I'm lucky that my family does not rely on me teaching yoga for us to live. But there are a lot of people out there whose jobs have ended as of this week. There's tons of amazing yoga teachers teaching classes online and asking for donations to help support them during this time. So please, if you can, find one of those teachers, take a class, or maybe just go and donate. Just send them some cash on Venmo or something. Not just yoga teachers, anybody. So like my hairdresser, sent him a little bit of money. I had to cancel my appointment this week. There's so many people who could use a little leg up. And if you're in a position where you're feeling pretty stable and you can help someone out, please do that, or go find an organization that is helping to feed kids that normally rely on school lunches. Just do what you can. We're all here for each other. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and hopefully we'll see you next time.